on a absolute beautiful day here.
It's around 8. Got 3 weeks. Get done here. Let's start today, making sure we do what we gotta do.
All right, buddy. Have a good night out there. Keep it tight down these corners. You'll be fine.
Green flag is in the air. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
But man, Toaster is putting up quite the battle out here.
Still down there. Gonna do you like that. You remember, it's still down there.
And you can just see how well
I'll clear up.
Toaster gets up into Jose just a little bit. They hang on to it, J-Mac. These guys are very, very strong tonight.
Right there, and then when I was looking back earlier, I was trying to figure out if
Gotta be clean.
Doha gets wrecked. That is going to make him lose the lead, I do believe, as this is the final lap. Jose is your new leader here.
Everybody work both lanes here. They're pulling the air real hard here.
We have the 34 going in the middle. We have the 41 on the low side.
Take advantage of this as quickly as possible.
Got no one with him at the moment. Absolutely incredible. Dohar's got a nose out, and he's got some draft help. Garbage takes the stage win. Dohar in second. You can see Sterlu right now coming up on, whoa!
Okay.
Sterlu, I would have just saw my life flash before my eyes. That was extremely close as we had a car headed into pit road. We have contact. Rocky Top barely misses.
Big wreck in your mirror.
There is a wreck in the back. That might bring out the caution.
One's coming to your bumpers.
Oh wow, that is. Oh no, that's 4 wide now.
That was 4 wide.
This is just insane. This finish. They're trying to push up in between the 14. They're 4 wide per second. They're wrecking. They're about to wipe out.
Oh, look at this. We have Dohar. These guys are almost 5 wide. We have
You
the
made it
bolt
up to
hanging
4.
on to it.
Still there. Stay with it. Wreck him if you have to.
Oh, huge pile up. We have, man, cars just spinning. We have the 24, Jose. He is involved. Everyone has completely lost their minds as I'm hearing over the radio.
The only way we're gonna make any progress here is if we work together. Nobody's going to work together.
Incredible right there. Your braking point or your let-off point. You're going to have what's happened here in Dohar. Huge accident.
Well, that should do it. It's jump. I'm shattering the rears everywhere, all the way around the corner. Jimmy, green white checker finish here. Give those belts a tug. You're ready to go.
We're going to see if he crosses the line out here in one piece.
Checkered flag in the air.
Yeah! Hey, you get a plus. Hell yeah, boys!
Man, you did a heck of a job in there. I couldn't be more proud of what you did this weekend.
Good job. All night, man.
You never know what you're going to get here. This shows it once again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to AKA's winter season opener here at Auto Club Speedway. Excitement has filled the air, drivers have been anxiously awaiting for tonight, and a new roster filled with new names and familiar ones are about to hit the track for the very first time this season. We have J-Mac back in the booth as usual. How you doing tonight, J-Mac?
I'm doing just lovely, Frozen.
It's good to be back. It's been a few weeks. It's been, I think, 3 weeks, so hasn't been a huge off season. But I know these guys are just super pumped to be back. And like I said, a lot of new names out here. A huge field with 32 of them. How do you think it's going to go, J-Mac?
It's going to be tight. It's going to be 3 wide racing. A lot of, everyone's going to be on top of each other. It's going to be a really fun race to watch.
Absolutely. But before we get to any of that, we have to do the driver spotlight where we talk about drivers in the league and we get to know them just a little bit better. So let's give a huge warm welcome to our driver spotlight, JRM Dohar. He is fall season's champion who pilots the number 88 car. He's a Pro League esports driver for season 1 of eNASCAR Heat. So a huge welcome to you, Dohar. How you doing tonight?
Hey guys, I'm doing great. A privilege and an honor to be here with you guys, kicking off the new season. Kind of a quick turnaround since we just ended last season a couple weeks ago, but the grind never stops. Racing never stops out there, so just honored and so happy and excited to be a part of this.
So true, and you talk about that grind, and we'll get to that shortly, but first of all, I want to say again, congratulations to you on winning the fall championship. It was done in such a dramatic fashion between you and the Bolt. I mean, you guys were so close together, so just a huge congratulations. But as a defending champ, with a new season here and a bigger and even more competitive field than ever, how confident do you feel about the winter season?
I'm feeling really confident, especially going into the season where we've brought in just so much more talent on top of what we already had. I mean, we've got guys like Fluffy Racing coming over from PS4, being a part of this, and also bringing in some other big names over on the Xbox side, like Big John, Bronco, Gimbal. You know, a lot of huge names that are coming over here to take part in this because they know this is the best of the best when it comes to custom setup league racing on the Xbox side.
It's so true, and I'm excited to see how all of you guys do together. But I gotta ask, who do you feel is your biggest competition in the field?
There's definitely a lot of big competitors out there. Any one of these guys is capable of winning a championship. And over the consistency of a season, kind of how we have to do it over here, where we don't really have like a chase or playoff format, you got to really keep an eye out for guys like Tedeschi and Moordog and Fluffy that are just extremely consistent week in and week out, always accumulating stage points and always accumulating great finishes. So definitely got to keep an eye out for them.
Absolutely. All right, we got to ask, you know, we've been on NASCAR Heat 4 for a while. I'm sure that you're used to the tuning, but what is the biggest challenge for tuning in NASCAR Heat 4 compared to the last game?
I think J-Mac might agree with me. It's a combination of two minor things. It's kind of the snappy loose sensation you get coming off of the turn sometimes, but that coincides hand in hand with just extreme tire wear.
Yes.
You've got to be really calculated with how you set these cars up. It's either, you know, go for the best on the short run or go for the best on the long run, or try and go for the best in the middle of the run. You're kind
Right.
of just trying to gauge the competition and try to do something different, something that's going to separate you out and just give you the best chance to win, and hope that the race plays out kind of in that fashion.
Yeah, it's definitely changed from the last game. You have to worry about tire wear so much more, and you know, some people run the front right side tire a lot more, or some people run the right left, or the right rear. So it just really depends on how you drive, and you do have to change your driving style for some of these so that you don't wear your tire more. So you have to kind of set up for that also. All right, Dohar, tell us a little bit about your eSpark series.
Well, the eSpark series was just a way to try and get everybody, as many people as possible that were in that were involved in the top 50, kind of involved in one series and one umbrella. The main mission behind that was it was supposed to be a series kind of put on by the Xbox Pro League drivers to really showcase the platform of guys that are going for the Pro League in Season 2. And it's an honor having the largest centralized Pro League field aside from the Pro League itself. We've got 13 Pro League drivers. Fluffy Racing over from PS4 has also joined us. But now having basically a Pro League broadcast crew on top of it now, with HD and Zane being a part of it, it's really our way to give to those guys, to just give them the best platform possible with as many cars out there, push the limits of the game, show what this game can do from a racing perspective, and then give them a platform to really shine and really get their name out there going into Season 2 qualifiers.
It's true, and there's a lot of great leagues out there. AK is one of them, and you guys are back-to-back racing tonight, so there's so much racing going on. It's just really cool to be a part of it. So I wish you a lot of luck, but I have one more question I gotta ask you, Dohar. Are we gonna get to hear you sing this season?
That's always the question.
It is. It is.
If you ask J-Mac, I sing quite oftenly when we're in parties together and we're practicing. I'll let it slip. I don't know. Maybe if I stick in the booth here and if we have a good enough finish, you might hear a little bit of it slip out. But if we win the championship this year, I'll take a request, I guess, and we'll go from there.
There you go. Well, you guys heard it from Dohar. He is our fall season champion, the defending champ. He is out here tonight. I wish you a ton of luck. Thank you so much for being in the booth with us. It's always a pleasure having you, and go get him out there.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for all you do for our series, you both and Leafs Justin. It does not go
Absolutely.
unnoticed, the amount of work and effort you guys do for our series. So we're truly and thankfully very appreciative of what you guys do.
Thank you so much. And I do want to give a shout out to everyone who has joined. Adam Johnson, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for the host also. Big H, thank you for the host. A lot of you guys showing some love out there. Rock NASCAR, what's up out there? We have quite a few viewers already. Man, I want to go ahead and show the field out here. You can see the schedule on the left. We have Auto Club tonight. We have Kansas next week. Followed, we have Iowa right after that, then Chicagoland. But you see the amount of drivers out there. It is absolutely insane. A lot of new faces out there, but we have a lot of familiar ones also. It's going to be very interesting, J-Mac. I'm excited to see what they can do tonight.
I am as well. They're going to have a lot of room to do it. Auto Club being a nice, wide speedway, but as we found out in our East Park race, sometimes there isn't even enough room for some of the racing that goes on. But these guys, tonight's going to be a fun race. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fast cars. It's a very, very deep field. It's going to be very, very tight tonight.
Absolutely. We do have a giveaway to go ahead and do tonight, so I want to open that. It is for an AKA sweatshirt and t-shirt. So the first name I will call later on in the race, that will be for the sweatshirt. And the second name I will call will be the t-shirt. So let's go ahead and open that up. And if you want to participate, you can type in exclamation point giveaway, and that will enter you in for 10 points. And let's hope you win. It'll be very exciting. We only have a couple of minutes left, so let's go over what we can expect tonight. Lap times, I ran it here earlier and I was, going with a 38.9. Some guys might be a little bit faster than that, but for the long run, they could go anywhere off to almost the 40s, so it can vary. I mean, the tire wear here is incredible. It's a very bumpy track. You have to watch how your car handles, change up those shocks if you want to ride the bumps a little bit more smooth. Fuel run can be anywhere from 14 to 16 laps. It is 100 laps tonight, with stage 1 going in at 29, stage 2 at 27 laps, and the final stage at 40. So we're going to see a couple of pit stops for the final stage. But it's going to be very, very cool. And I think these guys are getting ready to go over to race. They have an issue. They're not going to be qualifying tonight. They are just going straight in. So we're going to see these guys getting ready to go out there, and it should be a lot of fun. What's up, guys? We got Pigley out there. We got Smith. Hope you guys are doing good. Boy Nana getting in on that giveaway. J-Mac, with what you know so far in the field, I have to ask, who do you think might have the greatest chance? And man, there's just so many of them. I feel bad kind of asking.
Well, there's a lot of guys out there. Two that come to mind are Tom Tom and Big John, because I was teammates with them at the East Park race there, and we all were running pretty much the same car, and we were dominating practices and really fast in the race. So I feel like those two are two names to look out for. Mordog is a very, very good driver here. Dohar, but God, the list is long. You could think of Tedeschi. It's just you just think of more names as more names come piling out of my mouth. I keep thinking of other people that I'm leaving out. So the field is so deep, it's hard to just pick one. This is going to be one of those things where we're going to have to watch how this first stage go to get a real feel for who has it tonight, and who has the setup and who's on it.
It's so true. And I was watching practice earlier. I gotta tell you, not everyone was there. But I can tell you that Tom Tom has a very, very fast car tonight. He is one to look out for. And newcomer Element, he is another one to look out for. I've raced with him quite a bit. He's pretty fast. We had Wonder doing very good out there also, and Skiboski. He looked pretty strong out there too. So a lot of names we're going to have to look out for. I only saw about 14 out there in practice when I was in that lobby, but they were looking so strong out there. It's going to be very exciting. We have the invites, so we're getting ready to go live here at Auto Club. We have 30 drivers out there, so man, let's get going to racing. Do you need an invite, J-Mac?
I'm good.
All right. Auto Club Speedway season opener tonight. So excited for this. A lot of these guys, a lot of anxiousness going on here when I was talking to the drivers beforehand, but very excited. We're gonna have to see a lot of patience coming out tonight. A huge field, one of our biggest that we've had for AKA that I have broadcasted. So it's gonna be very interesting, but you see Boss on the inside. Let's take a look here. They are already starting off, and we have Fluffy on the outside in that 17. He comes over from PlayStation. These guys are off to a good start. I think we're going to see a very conservative start, J-Mac.
Every time I start to think, oh, it's going to start getting conservative is when someone gets a move, so I'm not going to have any opinion on this, and just going to watch and see what happens.
Absolutely. We're going to take a look at third place of Fluffy Racing. As I said, he's coming in from the PlayStation side. He's got the 47 of Big John right on his high side. There's another new name out there I'm excited to get to know. A lot of these drivers, I haven't gotten to talk to many of them. So it'll be cool to get to know them. But man, these guys are stacked back there. A lot of drivers. That is 30 out there right now. We're taking a look at Big John. We're right on board with him. He's currently sitting in third. So far, these guys are looking pretty good, J-Mac. Oh, a little kiss to the wall there. We have the 22 of Tedeschi. He currently takes over third. A single file line, and you can just see how long this is. If you want to make it up to the front, you cannot be shy. You got to make sure that you make some moves to get you up there. These guys, I'm going to bring back an old one, but man, you really could cover them with a blanket. Let's take a look at MDL. Currently in fourth. He was another one that looked pretty strong out there. We have a guy diving low back there. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but he manages to pull it back up the track. But man, look at how long this line is. Absolutely incredible. We'll go back to Blue Baca and that number 3. You can just see the line that he's seeing ahead of him. He's got, wow, that's garbage in that 6 car. We have a guy going through the grass. Another guy gets shot into the grass. The 14 of Wonder. These guys are 3 wide so far. The 12 falling back. Man, we're going to see what happens here. These guys looking pretty solid back there. A lot of movement going on, but that 43, these guys going side by side with the 3 and the 43. That is Skiboski, and he was very strong in practice. I was very impressed. 25 to go as they cross the line in stage 1. So far, these guys are pretty clean. I'm impressed with it. Ratty says, I would love a shirt. Well, hopefully we can get you one. We're going to call 2 winners. One for a sweatshirt that's going to be called first. The second one's going to be for a t-shirt. We'll call that in the final part of the race here during stage 3. Rowdy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We have some fans out here for Dohar. Let's take a look at Mordog. You guys, a very familiar face out here. This guy is always strong. He is out there in the number 5. He is a pro league driver, and he's currently sitting in third. These guys can sneak up on you. I mean, so many guys out here, but they are looking very strong. But man, like I said, this field is going so far back right now. J-Mac, do you need another invite? He's struggling trying to get in here. Let's take a look at Bronco. He has lost the pack. This is another new face out here in that 95. He's got still plenty of racing left to do. He's just got to take advantage of it and work his way back up there. But we're on board with Gimbal right now. This guy is very strong. I've raced with him a few times. He's got a fast car. We're going to see what he can do with that tonight. We got AKA Doc88, who is side by side with Pro Boss. These guys are 4th and 5th at the moment. looking pretty good. Once again, I'm gonna say it, but I really am impressed with these guys. With you have this many cars out there, you really have to make sure that you race carefully, and you can't just dive bomb each other. You can't be aggressive with each other. There's too much at stake, and they have damage on. So if you get that damage to your car, you're gonna go into pit road. You're gonna have to repair it, and it's gonna cost you a lot of time. And when you get in and repair it, it's gonna cost you your lap time on each lap. So they really have to be aware of that and try to keep that car clean. We go back up here with Mordog. These guys just riding in a line so far, and man, oh man, what a sight this is. Absolutely incredible. Who is in the 18 car? That would be Diamond. Let's see if we can find him out here.
Or Diamond. Oh yeah, Bolt's not running this season. Never mind.
He is retired for this season. We got Turner in the number 1 car. We saw him out here. We have 10 as Expert Toaster. Wonder in that 14. We have Kevin H. Harvick. We're going to go through and give these guys some love. You see that 18 on that high side? That should be Diamond. He is another new face. Right now we're watching Element Zero. Show some love.
3 wide battle for the lead.
Oh, geez. All right, let me try to get back up here.
Mordog made a move, and Tedeschi decided that he wanted to make a move too. And Tedeschi kind of backed out a little bit, but Mordog, it looks like, is going to be able to... Oh! We might have just lost Tedeschi, I think. Yep.
Tedeschi goes left, but these two are still battling it out. We have the 5 of Mordog and the 17 of Fluffy Racing over from PSN over there. But he is doing an excellent job, these guys. He's got a nice run on that outside, especially with all that help. Mordog is just completely solo out there. He's got a taker to help now, but man, oh man, that is something else. Fluffy takes it, crosses the line over. A nice little momentum going right there, J-Mac. These guys looking pretty good.
Yeah, usually running that high line down the front straight is an invitation to get past, but everyone, for the most part, seems to be running up there, and when someone pops down, they don't really get a lot of help. Everyone really content to just ride along the wall there, and but here we have Mordog. He's actually been able to make a move and complete a pass on the 17 car.
They will have to make a pit stop for each stage here. 1 for stage 1 and 2, and then 2 for the final part of the race here. But I think we might be coming up on the pit stops coming up shortly, but Mordog is still leading out there. Let's take a look at him. He's got Fluffy putting the pressure on him right now. These guys hanging out pretty chill right now, but Fluffy is not letting him go. There's no way that these guys are going to have any type of spacing between each other. 17
as chill
to
as they
go.
can be, swapping the lead back and forth. But to go back to the 22 wrecking a little bit earlier, I think that's going to be your trouble spot on this racetrack. Is loose off of 2 is where it can really grab you. 4, you can get a pretty good amount of grip. The track can kind of come to you. But turn 2 really tightens up, and there's a little bit of like a bump there where the track kind of grabs you and tries to spin you out. So that's going to be where, especially on the long run, we're going to have to watch out for it becoming Calamity Corner.
Tedeschi looks like he's got a lot of damage there, and he just passed by 2 cars. I can't tell who they were. It might have looked like Dohar. I might be mistaken on that. We'll have to take a look, but I'll know Dohar's directly behind Mordog, so he's safe. But yeah, we had a 2-car accident back there. The caution obviously has not come out, but Mordog. We have Fluffy in first, Mordog in second. We have Dohar in third. Let's take a look at this. Pro Boss in fourth. Bronco looks like, I'm not sure if he's on pit road to go in for a pit stop or whether he has just called it a day. We're going to see. I see a little bit of movement there. I don't want to hang out with him too much longer on pit road, but...
Some guys are making their pit stop. It looks like the 00 Rex getting onto pit road. That a very close call between Pro Boss and Tom Tom. Tom Tom misses him, but then Pro Boss spins it out, coming onto pit road anyway.
You know, that's a lot. That's going to cost you so much time there, and that is a huge issue with pit road. You really have to make sure that you get in there safely, and it looks like there's a lot of guys giving the signal that they are going to go in this time around. So I do believe that Mordog is going to go in. Dohar looks like he might stay out, and he is one that usually does. We have the 17 as a taker for pit road. We have Garbage out there as a taker. So it looks like Dohar is going to be the new leader on that one. We have another guy. Look at all these guys piling into pit road. We've lost a couple of cars trying to get in there. Pro Boss is back out on track, making his way around. We're going to see where Dohar comes around, if I can find him.
It looks like the 88 and the 47 probably about to hit pit road this time. They gave the signal, I believe.
There he is, and he is on pit road. He was going pretty fast there.
We made it. No harm, no foul.
You hear Dohar. He is our pit road reporter there. So many guys coming off of pit road now. We're going to see who is turning out to be the leader after all the pit cycles go through. You see we're on board with Element Zero at the time. He's got a lot of cars around him trying to make his way back onto the track on the backstretch. Very, very high traffic right here.
A lot of traffic, and AKA notoriously lax with their merging rules. And so this is a really, really sketchy part of the race, watching when these guys are going to come onto the track. Usually they pop right on out of one, and that forces everybody else to have to go a little bit high.
We're currently on board with Pro Boss, and he has a long line ahead of him. You can see how many cars there are. I'm going to see if I can find the leader out here. We have 17, who was once your leader. He has several cars back, so we're going to work our way up to the front pack here.
The 43 is leading this pack, but I don't know if that's a lead lap car or not. The 88 is behind him currently.
The 43 is the leader.
43 is the leader, so let's bring him out here.
So we have Skabowski and Dohar with a lot of a large gap, and as you were talking about, it was close whether or not the 88 got down into speed. That means he got on there really aggressively, and that's probably where a lot of this gap has come from.
Yeah, that is quite the gap. And I'll tell you what, like I said earlier, I was very impressed with Ski and how he's running tonight. He's got a very fast car, and he knows how to use it. So we'll see how he does tonight. But, you know, I'm kind of curious with how the pit cycle went through, and we didn't see him up front. So I think there's some strategy in play there. We're going to see on the final parts of stage 1. We'll see if he can hang on to it.
He's holding his own pretty well. Usually a two-tire stop, they're able to reel in pretty quickly. This game, it's really, really tough with Heat 4 to play various strategies like two tires and such. But he's doing a great job if he is on two tires, but it looks like the 88 is reeling him in slowly.
Absolutely. He's got Dohar right on his heels, making his way to the high side, going up to the high side, and he's going to pass him for the lead as we hit 10 to go. So we're on the final parts of the stage here for stage 1. Dohar becomes the new leader out here, and Skeet goes to second.
Meanwhile, this next group of 4, TomTom made an aggressive move around the 47 of Big John a few laps ago, going into turn 3 to take the lead of this group. And so far, no one else has either decided to try to pass him or has mustered it up. Looks like the 47 looking a little low, maybe just running a different line going into the corner than he is, as he wasn't able to make it stick and stay under him. But this group of 4, we're going to have to see if they can stay hooked up and run the leaders down here.
Absolutely. There's so many cars out here. This is absolutely insane. We haven't seen any caution come out so far. We've had a couple of incidents, but no caution out here. We're on board with TomTom at the moment. He's one that has a fast car tonight. You can see his rear. He's got some damage going on there. I'm not sure if it's going to affect him any. That could have been on pit road. We're going to see the damage, but if he's fixed it, he should be A-okay. The leader is still Ski in the 43. Actually, no, it's Dohar. Sorry. Dohar. We have a guy off track back there.
Who is it off track?
I couldn't tell who it was. I was about 7 cars back, and I just saw a lot of dirt flying around.
I don't know if the 47 is trying to make a move off of 4, or if he's started to get a little loose. Maybe tried to loosen it up a little bit for the end of this run, and maybe paying the price. Also, we're noticing the 5. Don't know if something's happened to him, but he has fallen off of this group. This foursome has become a threesome. They're slowly reeling in Skibowski now for second.
Yeah, and you know, we know that Mordog has had a lot of issues with acceleration, so I'm curious if that has happened to him yet tonight, or if he's just simply fallen back from car issues, or, you know, whatever it may be. But these guys are really trying to catch up to these top 2 guys. Dohar has a nice lead right now. Ski is in second. TomTom is just moving with the 47 and the 17. The 47 is Big John, and I saw him out there in practice, and man, oh man, he's making his name known right now. He has a lot of speed, and he's keeping it pretty clean out there. Fluffy right behind him, trying to push him in that draft.
And to elaborate on Mordog's issues, he doesn't have acceleration issues because he's slow. He's got some mysterious controller thing happening. I was next to him in Charlotte, 2 feet away from him when it was happening during that Pro League race, that live race, the finale. And it's just the craziest thing, and it strikes randomly out of nowhere. And you never know if whenever he's backing off, if maybe he's just taking it easy. He loves running a tighter race car than most people. He likes a tight car. Maybe he's just taking it easy right here. But if it's that controller issue, when it happens randomly, but when it does, it seems to happen a bunch. So if that has hit him tonight, we're going to have to watch out for that being a continuous thing.
Speaking of watching out, you guys got to watch out for TomTom Flitty. He is on the move with a nice pack. We saw Ski move out of the way. He saw the steam that they had, and he's letting them try to catch up to Dohar, and that they are doing. They are doing a great job, and I'll tell you what, I keep saying it, but TomTom, he did have a ton of speed. I didn't get to see Fluffy, but it is obvious he has got the speed. These 3 are going to make some moves. All Dohar can do with 4 to go is try to defend that and keep him behind him.
And the 8 and the 47, they have similar setups in their teammates in another league that has already run here recently. Very fast cars. They're working together very well, running a little different line. Sometimes it looks like the 47 is trying to peek underneath the 8. Maybe he's just running a different line just to kind of stay out of the draft and to kind of accentuate that draft and that push down the straightaways, allowing him to suck up a little bit once he gets back behind him. But these 2, in addition to Fluffy as the third wheel, they're working really well together right now.
Absolutely. And there's only a few laps left to go here, so we're going to see what they can do. But man, all bets are off when they catch him. You know, all of the 3 of these guys are going to try to make a move on Dohar. And I guarantee you Dohar right now is just looking in his rear view, trying to decide what move they are going to make and how he's going to answer that.
He tried to break the draft just a little bit down the back straight, but those 3 in a line were still coming like a train, still lined up nose to tail. The 8 now getting that draft. He's getting a little bit of a gap. We're going to see if he tries to make the move here.
Here we go. TomTom dives down on the inside. There is not much Dohar can do as we are 2 to go. TomTom is your new leader. He's got some help behind him. He's got the 47 of Big John right behind him with Fluffy trying to make it out in a third. But Dohar is going to fight that. These guys going too wide. Fluffy tucks in behind him. And here they go. Dohar not satisfied with hanging back here. He tries to dive down below Big John right behind TomTom. This is going to be an exciting final lap here, guys. Look at this, and they
Has the 88 been saving a little bit of tire here? Those three had to have been driving super hard, super aggressively to run him down. Does the 88 maybe have a little more in the tank here as far as tire wear goes?
It is very possible. I mean, you know, Dohar, he does save, and he does it very, very well, and he's got a lot of momentum on that outside as TomTom looked like he got a little loose. We have it. There we
Tom
go.
was pushing it off a 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Dohar and TomTom almost side by side, but TomTom can't hang on to it. We're going to see what happens. They have a lap car right there ahead of him, but looks like Dohar's going to take it for stage 1. And here we go, stage 1 finish. Dohar takes it. Big John might have taken second. We'll have to get...
It looked like Big John was second, and then I believe the 8 was third, with Fluffy in fourth.
Great finish for these guys for stage 1. I want to take a look at this field once again, though. You can see the names right there. What a field. What a finish for stage 1. These guys doing an amazing job tonight. Make sure that you get in on the giveaway here tonight. It's for an AKA sweatshirt and an AKA t-shirt. We'll call 2 names in the final part of the stage here for the final part of the race. So good luck to you. Get in with exclamation point giveaway.
And that's a heck of a way to begin the defense of the fall championship, winning the very first stage of the winter season.
Right?
That's a heck of a statement by that 88 car.
Absolutely. We're going to see if we can find our way back up here. We have Big John on the outside. We have Dohar on the inside. And I don't know what is going on, but this camera does not want me to be on Dohar for whatever reason. But Dohar is getting squeezed down there just a little bit by Big John. These guys going too wide all the way back. Looking pretty strong, though.
Ooh, there is not going to be much drip down there for whatever car that is that's running the apron in 1 and 2. I wonder if that's a car that maybe forgot to pit, maybe accidentally took 2 tires or something. But the 38 car is not where he needs to be right now.
27 lap stage, and you can see Tedeschi out here always bringing a strong car. He is out here and he has a lot of cars to go through. We're going to see what he can do to make it happen, but he's got some work to do.
3 wide just for a second there. They fall back in line. Now they're 2 by 2 by 2. A high-speed pace lap. I think the wick's going to turn up a little bit, Frozen. We didn't have any cautions that first stage. I'm not sure this stage might be a little, I don't want to say dirtier, but maybe a little bit rougher as these guys try to get some stage points.
Absolutely. You know how it goes. Stage 1 is pretty tame, and stage 2 we start seeing elbows out, and by stage 3, I mean, these guys are just aggressive, and they are getting every spot that they can. And, you know, I was talking to Element before this, and he's new to the AKA race here, so he's just like, there's so many people, and it's so hard to make your way through. And some of these guys, they just have to be aggressive to get around, and that's where stage 3 comes in.
And honestly, I don't really have that experience either. I'd like to say I do, but the only 2 AKA races I've ever run were on a short track and a road course. I've never done this pack racing with this specific group of guys, and it's just looking at it, it's such a unique experience. It's totally different. These guys run so close, yet they managed to do it relatively clean, and so far it's been practically spotless.
Absolutely, and look at behind the leader. These guys were 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible.
Ooh,
so
the
clean.
47,
We have
a little bit in the
47.
wall.
Yeah, giving the wall just a little kiss. He manages to come off of it, but he loses a couple of spots from it.
Just trying to push the 88 around there. They were working up some momentum on the high side. He was just a little bit higher and got sucked into the wall there, and that cost a lot of momentum. Probably didn't hurt the car too much. That wasn't too tough of a contact, but definitely lost a little bit of ground there and a lot of momentum.
Absolutely. We have TomTom, who is so strong in practice. He is your leader at the moment. We're finally able to get on board with Dohar out here. These cameras, man, we really need to be able to select what driver we want, but he is currently looking at the bumper of 6 of Wow, That's Garbage. Another Pro League driver. These guys are just so strong tonight. Auto Club is such a fun track. You can run so many different lines, but man, it really can chew up those tires, especially on 3 times wear. And that's what these guys are running tonight. 50%, 3 times wear, damage on. So the heat is on, the challenge is up here, and they're doing a great job.
Speaking of new experience, Fluffy's still new to racing around these guys. He's a PlayStation guy, hanging around with the Xbox guys, racing with them. I remember my first time racing with him was in a public lobby on PlayStation, and he just gapped everybody every single race. Fluffy is a heck of a driver, definitely one of the fastest, and I mean that's obvious from him being a Pro League driver on that PlayStation side, which is so deep anyway to begin with. But watching him up there, it's not a surprise at all.
You know what? And you might think maybe he might be a little nervous coming on over here, but this guy, like J-Mac said, he is a Pro League driver. You can't get any more nervous than that being out there. So he just comes over here and, man, he's doing a heck of a job. He's got the speed, and he's super clean with it. It's really cool to see him out here. I'm really happy to see him out here. You see Garbage. He is currently in second behind TomTom, our leader. These guys super fast. We have 17 of Fluffy behind him in third. We have Dohar in fourth, Moordog in fifth. A very long line out here, but they're pretty much keeping it together. Wow gets out on the outside there.
It looks like we have our first yellow.
We do have our first yellow. J-Mon says, my dude Fluffy. Don't forget, guys, we do have the giveaway. If I can go ahead and find that. We'll get it out here and we'll set it up again. Just go ahead and put exclamation point giveaway, and that will enter you in for a sweatshirt and a t-shirt. I will call it out next stage. Dohar, I gotta ask, how is your car running so far?
It's okay. It's a little bit tight in the draft right now. We're just struggling a little bit. Just staying in line. We really need a long run to kind of get things spread out, because I got a little bit more of a long run setup in here tonight. But right now we just need to go a little bit green here, so we can just kind of keep racing, spread away, and kind of dwindle this down to a 5-car pack, so it's just easier to mitigate in traffic.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you out there. We're currently on board with Proboss. Not a great start for him out there, but TomTom Flitty quickly makes his way and stays out front. Wow, that's Garbage all over his back bumper. We'll see if we can take a look at him. Fluffy racing these guys 3 wide, going through the turn. Big John, he is out there running towards the front, trying to find his way back up to the front. We'll see if he can do it. Tedeschi, J-Mac, what do you think about Tedeschi out here tonight? I feel like he might be struggling a little bit.
Honestly, haven't seen him all night. I guess that's the issue. Haven't really heard much from him. Really would have expected him to be one of the guys. He's really fast, really consistent everywhere. That's part of how that Penske team was able to score more points than anybody during the regular season of the Pro League. He was part of that. He's just one of the most consistent drivers out there, really good everywhere. We know what he can do at Martinsville, but this guy really good. But tonight it just hadn't been his night, Frozen.
Yeah, it definitely hasn't. We're gonna see if we can try to get him up here, but so far when I've seen him, he has been mid-pack, and that is definitely not like him. But up towards the front here, we have Dohar in third, Garbage in second, and our leader is TomTom Flitty. And I am not surprised, because when I saw him out here in practice, this guy had left the field. Had about a 2-second lead on everybody behind him, and they were doing all they could to catch up with him.
And TomTom is slowly solidifying himself as one of the faster guys on the game, and right now we've seen him win at Homestead, and Has he ever won any? How many races has he won in AK? I know he won that Homestead race, but he's definitely solidifying himself as one of the faster drivers and out there leading the field, leading these guys that he's leading, the big names that are behind him that he is outrunning currently. He's making a name for himself.
Absolutely. I mean, he is really proven himself out here. Strong car. Constantly is coming up here with a very competitive one, and it's no different tonight. So I'm excited to see what he can do this season with his car. Ooh. But Garbage really showing what he's got tonight also. What are you looking at, J-Mac?
I'm actually riding aboard the 22 car of Tedeschi just to kind of ride and see what's going on with his car, and he was pushing the 71 of, I believe that's Freddie. He was pushing him, and going into one, he just got super loose. And that's an issue that I found with turn one that I was actually having, especially if you're up high, whenever you let off to go into that corner, it can kind of try to get away from you. You can get real free. The rear end can try to take off on you. So it can be, this place is really, really tricky, and it can be randomly tricky. And I think the 22 just not happy with this car, and I don't think it's working with the track really well right now.
Yeah, you know, that could very well be the issue, but...
Woo! I'm riding along with the 22, and I think the 38 might have gotten hit out of line, but he just planted the 11 car in the wall. In the way he took off up the hill, it looked like he might have gotten a little friendly bump from somebody, but that did not work out well for either of them.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you know, we're coming to the part of the race where it becomes very, very interesting, but look at this front pack here. They're starting to break away, and Mordog, he is trying to hang on. He's got a little bit of help from a guy in front of him. It looks like they started separating, so he is back again with them. But we have two very defined packs out here. The first pack and the second one. The second one is just doing all they can to catch up to the first one, but man, that first one is on the move.
And Mordog is one of those guys, out of all the fast drivers, I feel like he has the closest driving style to mine. He's an early entry, early back on the throttle kind of a guy to try to maximize that speed down the straights. And unlike me, he likes tight race cars, but he's one of those kind of early brake guys. So it looks like he's really slow entering the corner, but then he makes up a lot of ground through the center and on exit. And right now, he might just be taking it a little bit easier. There's not really a lot to gain right now. Everyone in a line. I think he's just kind of just trying to hang on, like you said, and ride. But I would expect him to be just fine here.
They are coming up on 9 to go at the line. It's going to be very, very close, but Ski is the leader of that second pack, but they're going to have their work cut out for him because these guys are holding a very, very great line so far, and I don't see anyone being able to catch up with them unless they get that line together back there. And you can see they're racing side by side, and they're getting left behind pretty quickly.
Oh! I just flipped to Kevin H. Harvick as he got really loose and then hooked it right into the wall.
I just saw a little glimpse of that, and I saw a car get bunched up and get some air on that one.
I didn't see the air, but I saw the Ford get a lot of damage, and I guess it's late enough in the run he can limp home without having to go to pit road, but that car cannot be feeling really well right now.
Absolutely, and I don't see a caution out. We've only had one so far here tonight. We've had a couple of separate incidents, but only one caution so far. Stage 3 is going to be very interesting, though. It always brings in aggressive driving, the patience, you know, after so many laps. We only have about 7 to go, I would say. So after racing the entire race patiently, these guys are starting to lose it.
The 22 here is hitting pit road. I don't know if I guess they still have to make pit stops since that first yellow.
Yeah, I hate to interrupt, guys, but what you're seeing the front pack kind of riding right now because we're all trying to save fuel. Even me with my little bit more extreme gears than the guys around me, I'm still a lap short on gas. So I think that's why you're seeing some of us just riding up here. We're just trying to save a little bit of gas.
That was going to be my next thing, is since you guys had that caution, and I wasn't sure if you're going to have enough fuel, so you already said yourself you're short. We're going to see if they can make it. You know, the only thing that can happen, they're going to either have to pit or hope for a caution. Otherwise, they're not going to make it around, and we might see a lot of guys running out of fuel coming to the stage 2 end.
I think that's probably
That's
what
going to be
you'll see
interesting. And that 8 car leading, it's not very good for fuel economy to be leading the pack, so that makes me
No.
increasingly worried about him. You see the 6 lagging off a lot,
Yeah.
especially down the straightaway to run a lower RPM. I think TomTom just went from the catbird seat to the outhouse, given what we're hearing from the driver of the 88.
Yeah, and you know that I'm wondering how the fuel is looking for the guys in the second pack, because you can see how dramatically they have dropped off from the first pack. Are they able to save enough? I mean, that is a lot of fuel to save while they're trying to do that. So we'll see what happens.
It is really tough to save on these big tracks. These throttle intensive tracks where you run such high RPMs even without trying to. Just a little bit further in the back, a little bit in the draft, you can maybe make it work. Maybe stay with the pack, but it's really tough to save fuel at these kinds of places.
4 to go at the line. You see it here. Can TomTom make it? We've had a couple of guys come out of pit road short on fuel. We'll see if these guys can hold on to it. It is certainly going to be close. We see Proboss. He's got some damage as he is making his way back on track. That puts him a lap down, so a lot of these guys are going to have an issue. TomTom signaling that he is going in, so we're going to see him coming on to pit road. We'll see if he's got any followers. Very interesting with just a few laps left and these guys having to go in. Are they just going to do a splash and go? We're going to see what happens.
Well, I think you'd have to be able to try to hold on to the lead lap. I think the tires, this place, not that, it's tough on tires early in the run. Like there's a massive difference between 100% tire wear and 97. It's crazy, but after that, it's not really that tough on tires. So I imagine splash of gas here to get him to the end is going to be the play to stay on the lead lap.
Absolutely. TomTom with a splash and go. He is already leaving pit road. We're going to see how he comes out onto the track. What happens with TomTom? He just spun around. That is definitely going to hurt him on his road back to the track, but man, oh man, he just did a complete circle right there. We're going to see if we can get a count on who the leader is.
Be me right now. I'm a half lap short.
The trickiest. Oh no. This isn't the
We're coming
trickiest
to the
pit
light
road
here.
to exit on, but if you just barely nick the actual track trying to get on there, you can loop you around, and that must be what happened to Tom. But we're going to have to watch this 88 car.
We're going to see if we can find out who it is, but I'm trying to find it out. We're on board with Johnny Rocket. Let's go see if we can find Dohar. These cameras, I really wish they would let me pick who I want. Here we go. We're back on board with Dohar, making his way past Mordog. You can see the long line behind him. We'll see if he can hold on to it. Man,
Ooh.
hits the wall, comes off of it.
He just had
Sputtered.
He is sputtering, he says. Mordog, is he going to make his way around him? There he goes. Mordog might take over stage 2. 17 of Fluffy. Everyone is just flying
Mordog
past
was just
him.
on pit road.
Garbage got
I think
that
all
stage.
of these cars were. Who just got the stage?
Garbage
got the
stage
stage
2.
Fluffy than me.
Oh, how about that? Garbage. Not normally a fan of the fuel races, and not normally that successful at it. To be honest, that was a great job by him.
That was crazy. Dohar almost takes it, but running out of fuel that allowed Garbage to fly past him. And he's going to take stage 2 win. We're coming up on the final stage here. We're going to call 2 names out for the AKA giveaway. The first one will be the sweatshirt. The second one will be a t-shirt. You do have to be in chat to accept the award, the giveaway, and If you do, please let me know. Just say something in chat, but we'll call it in a few minutes here. Once you do, just send me an invite on Twitch. Not an invite, but a message on Twitch. Send me your size that you would like for the sweatshirt and t-shirt, whichever one you win, and also your address.
There are 8 cars on the lead lap, now 9.
Oh dear.
8 cars on the lead lap. That is absolutely incredible. We have the 6 of Wow, that's garbage. He is currently in the lead. 17 on the outside. What were you going to say, J-Mac?
I was going to say, I imagine a bunch of them took the waiver in here, but they're not really going to be factors here for the stage. It's just that even those couple of laps of tires really, really kill the speed.
You can see these guys starting off pretty strong. The start of the final stage here. Garbage looking pretty strong. We have Dohar in second, Fluffy in third. 71 and the 18 getting coming close together. That is Blame Freddy. We also have Fluffy back there. Very, very tight. Look at these guys, 3 wide behind them. So tight back there. They're really holding it together, though. I want to see if we can try to bring it back here and take a look. We're on board with Big John in that 47. We saw him have such a strong run. He gets into the 41, and the 41 has to give up a lot of speed. And here we go with our first little incident here for stage 3. It remains green.
Somehow able to keep it all going. Yeah, everybody fighting over position now. The 14 kind of runs over the 32 of Cappy Go Fast there a little bit of contact, but they keep it going. Everyone has their elbows out right now, trying to get a lot of track position, and there's a race within a race to try to be the lucky dog here with so many cars a lap down.
We're going through all these cars, but man, oh man, there are quite a bit of them. And it looks like they are still going 3 wide, several deep. Very, very close. Look at this, guys. We have the 9 of String. He's out there side by side with the 43 of Ski. Actually, now he's side by side with the 47 of Big John. Almost 4 wide. They're 3 wide. They are not holding on to it. We're going to see what happens. But, man, we have a huge wreck. The biggest one that we've seen so far tonight. That's going to bring out the caution.
38, the 22, the 12 involved. Saw some other cars spinning out there. Probably a 6 or 7 car wreck as far as big-time damage goes. But there was a huge incident on the front stretch.
We're going to see this replay on that. You see it right there. But, man... that's crazy. This is where...
and I can't believe there weren't more cars that... oh, yeah, sorry.
This is where we're going to see the aggressive come out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm really surprised that more guys did not take the wave around on that last run. I was hearing that everybody pretty much pit. So some of these guys that are mired in the back a lap down, they're going to have to get aggressive with their strategies to get that lap back. And I feel like with the intensity picking up, you're not going to lose a whole lot, because I don't think there's going to be as much green flag racing this stage as we've seen this race.
I think you're right, J-Mac. I think you're right. We still see, wow, that's garbage. He's leading the field with the 17 of Fluffy on the outside. What I'm hearing over the radio is a whole lot of them took the wave around on that caution, so we're going to see more cars on the lead lap. Garbage has a fantastic start. Dohar directly behind him. Fluffy trying to tuck in. He's going to take third. The 18. We see him up here. That is Diamond. I think we're going to see a lot of him this season, but man, oh man, you can just see the long line behind him. That is the story of the night, and it's going to be the story of the season.
And another note, our Summer League champion, I guess we can call him Jose, who has not had the most luck so far in Heat 4. Apparently he's having lag issues. I just watched him just pop out of line there, going into green, and he's just falling to the back of the pack every single restart. So just his run of tough luck keeps on continuing.
Yeah, that is definitely no fun. And the guy has so much talent, and I know he has been so frustrated with this, and to have lag issues on top, Definitely not the night you want to see, but when you have this many cars in a lobby, you're going to see it happen sometimes. It's just how it is. You can see these.
Oh, the 8 car into the wall, and he is wrecking. Him and the 9 kind of got together, and I think he might have gotten squeezed into the wall. That's kind of stopped him and threw him out into the track, and everybody piled in.
That is incredible. That's going to bring out the second caution of the stage. Like I said, I'm going to do one last count of the giveaway. Go ahead and put it in as exclamation point giveaway if you want to take part in it. Mon says, how's Boss doing? Let's go ahead and find him. We saw him doing pretty well last stage. I wasn't sure where he finished, but we'll see if we can find him out here.
He is 19th right now.
All right, well, Dohar helping us out here. He is 19th in a field of 30. It's quite a lot of
Nice
cars
having
out
some
here.
of the guesswork taken out.
I try to help when I can.
Thanks, Dohar. All right, we have Wow That's Garbage on the outside. 11 of Osprey. It's a new face up there. He is your current leader. We're going to see if he can hold off everyone behind him. He's going to have his work cut out for him.
Another name we haven't talked about much tonight, that 18 car of I believe Mitch is his name. It's going to be real hard to get used to that. Or yeah, Diamond 20X.
Diamond 20X.
Up there in 5th. He's had a pretty fast car. I saw him lurking around there that last run. And as I say, he's having a good race. He's 3 wide, stuck in the middle, and falling back. But
You jinxed him. You jinxed him. No, we've seen him up
I
here quite
jinx
a bit.
everybody.
So it's the booth jinx. It's just how it goes. But that 11 of Osprey, he's holding it in there pretty well. We're going to see how he lasts through this final stage with so many guys out here. But man, oh man, 17 kisses the wall just a little bit. We're going to see how they hold it. They are 3 wide,
Three
directly
wide
behind
for
the
second.
leader. And the more they are fighting back and forth for position, they're going to let Garbage get away. But Dohar's like, no, I'm getting out of this. I'm going to take second, and I'm not going to take part in this 3 wide business. We got work to do.
this is the kind of race where Garbage shines when he can get out front and get away from everybody. He seems to pull away for good, but I think the 17 has enough of his draft, enough to hang with him, that's not going to happen here. But if there's any driver out in that field that can just flex his muscle and pull away, it's Wow That's Garbage who is in that position to do so right now.
We got Pro League teammates out there, which is pretty cool to see. So doing very, very well out there. Man, a long, long line. I can't get over
That's
this
a great
line.
race for
Absolutely.
for Roush Fenway Gaming, or whatever their gaming name is. I'm not really sure. Luckily, I'm not employed by the Roush Fenway Gaming Incorporated team, so I don't have to get that right.
There you go. We have Ramsett side by side with the 42 of MDL, making his way up there. Got a nice little run going on. Trying to get to that front pack here. You see Mordog directly in front of him. Mordog looking strong once again. Can he hang on to it? I know he's got those controller issues. He's got such a fast car and so much talent. But the weirdest stuff happens to him, I swear, J-Mac.
It's the most bizarre thing, and to have witnessed it in person, it's absolutely I can't even explain it. It's so wild, but just that whatever bug it is that it's bitten him.
51 just out of control up there. I don't know if he was getting bumped, but a
explosion
huge
in
wreck.
the
Yeah,
back.
I was taking a look at TomTom, who was your leader throughout different parts of this race, and man, as I was taking a look, you just see this huge pileup. That's gonna bring out the caution, J-Mac.
Yeah, this race is taking a downward turn for that 8 car. We know he has speed, and we know he has talent, but sometimes that can be taken out of your hands whenever you're back in the back, and and leading and showing that muscle that he showed in that second stage has come back to bite him because he wasn't able to save the fuel, and now it's put him in the back. And now he's been involved in a couple of incidents here where he's had to work on his car and fix it.
You know, and it's so important for position. If you are coming out on track and you're in that mid pack, it is so hard to make your way up through there. So it's just not a place that you want to be. Where you start is very, very important, that you have to hang on to it. You have to stay out there. Otherwise, you're going to see what has happened to TomTom, and he's having to make his way through traffic and just got involved. He had nowhere to go. We're back on a restart. We have Fluffy on the outside, Garbage still on the inside. You see Dohar making his way to second. That bottom line, very, very strong, and we have a car
the 22
spinning,
gets
and
the apron.
Man, that is Tedeschi spins, and we just saw a car just fly into the air. It looks like he might have actually left after that. Man, that's just the way these races go. You have such a high draft track and so many people going for position. This is what you're going to get.
And also in the turn one on a restart, you're not up to full song yet, and it can actually make the car handle a little worse. It can be kind of weird trying to figure out how to hit the corner, how to hit the apex of it right when you're not on the edge of grip like you normally are. And so he might have just turned down in there trying to keep it off of the guy outside of him and just did a little too much and got his car on the apron and spun it around in front of everybody. It's so easy to do, even for some of the best of them.
Absolutely. As Jaymon says, it be like that sometimes. It's so true, though.
It really do.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. We have Garbage still on that pole sitting right there coming off of the restart. We have Dohar on the outside. Proboss, you see him currently sitting in 5th. Doing pretty well out here. We're going to go ahead and close the giveaway. And we'll call a winner in a second. Proboss diving underneath, hanging on to the bottom side. Dohar on that high side. These guys are going to bring it up to the high side, so they're going to have the momentum going forward. Proboss just trying to find his way up to that high side with all that draft, but no such luck yet.
Whew. There were 3 cars in a very, very tight spot there between the 47, 00, and 11. They somehow made it work, bouncing off of each other, but that was very, very close.
Absolutely. They're 3 wide for a while, but let's go ahead and call a winner. We only have 11 to go, if I'm not mistaken, so let's pick a winner for 15 to go in this race so far. So the Sack Maniac, you have won the sweatshirt, so please speak up. If you do, you are definitely the winner. If not, then we will call another name. But the Sack Maniac, you have won the sweatshirt. Let's see if he speaks up. You do have to be present to win. But look at Fluffy pushing on Garbage out here. These two are just so strong tonight. Very dominating cars. We had several cars like that tonight. We've had Dohar, we've had TomTom Flitty, we've had Garbage. A lot of these guys very, very strong. We're gonna get in.
Major breakaway up here, the 6-car breakaway, and
huge wreck.
Oh no, there's a big wreck.
That is going. That's going to bring out another caution, guys.
Huge damage.
This is crazy. We have 1 more minute, and then we're going to have to call another name. Sack Maniac, please speak up so we can get you a cool sweatshirt from AKA. If not, we'll have to pick another winner.
And now begins the chess game. It takes so few laps for the speed to be ripped out of the tires. Do you pit here? How often do you pit? Do you try to stay out for track position one of these times? There's going to be more yellows. This is how these races go. Everyone's going to be trying to go trying to be going for position. So how often do you pit? Because even if you run a lap or two and then another yellow comes out, if you stay out, you're going to be in the way. This is just a chess game these guys are going to have to play here going forward.
Absolutely. We have not heard from Sack Maniac, so we're going to have to call another name as we are coming back from the restart. So we're going to pick another winner here. All right, Rowdy, you have won. Please speak up so that we can give you an AKA sweatshirt. Rowdy D18, please speak up in chat. We'll give you a couple of minutes. These guys are back to racing. Rowdy is here, so congratulations to you. You have won the AKA sweatshirt.
The
We got a
10
couple.
takes off Expert Toaster with some bad luck on the backstretch. He was sent to the inside wall. We stayed green, as I
These
believe it was
guys
just a
are
one-car
getting
incident.
crazy. Congratulations, Rowdy. Please send me a message over Twitch. Send me the size that you would like and also your address of where we can mail it to. The next one is going to be an AKA t-shirt. So we're going to pick a winner for that.
Wow, that's Garbage at first with a huge gap to 3 wide for second. Some names we haven't talked about all night. String, Osprey, the 43 of Skibowski, and Tom Flitty has somehow found his way back up into this mix.
This is craziness. This race is crazy. All right, Fat Piggly, you have won the t-shirt. Please speak up and chat. And we'll call you as the winner here. But man, oh man, look at behind Garbage. This race is crazy. 3 wide for 3rd place. I can't even believe it. This is absolutely nutty.
And another random name we haven't seen all night, Kevin Harvick. Only time we talked about him is when he walled it. Now he's up here racing for this win.
Absolutely. Fat Piggly, he has spoken up. You are the winner for the AKA t-shirt. Congratulations. That is awesome. Go ahead and send me a message over Twitch. Send me the size that you would like and also your address. Congratulations, guys. Look at this racing, J-Mac. You can't get any better than this. This is so intense. I would love to know what is going on through these guys' heads right now. They just have to be holding on for dear life.
And if you're the 5 of Mordog, do you race this 8 car really hard, or do you try to work with him to close this gap? It might not matter. It's a wreck in the back.
Wreck in the back. I swear, every time I go on a camera with these guys, they're getting crazy back there. I'm trying to find my way to the
The
front.
double zero pushes up into the 18. That puts the 41 in the wall. Oh, the 41 comes back down. The 18 gets knocked onto pit road. There's another
Look at
wreck
this
in the back.
huge pileup. Doc is involved. We're going to see a lot of these guys. Doc gets some air from that. Man, you know, it happens. These guys, they have so much patience with each other for stage 1 and 2. But once it comes down to the final stage, all bets are off. These guys are winning every position they can take, and they're not going to settle for anything less. Garbage still
Meanwhile,
in the
Tom
lead.
has been booted out of second, and he is now running in 5th with String underneath him, looking for the 5th spot.
5 to go at the line. We have Ski in 2nd. We have Mordog, and we have Dohar fighting for 3rd, and a huge line behind him. What is going to happen with this? I mean, so many cars in such a short piece of track, and Garbage just on an island all of his own. Ski is the only one he really has to worry about, as these guys are just battling behind him.
That 8 car really loose right now. And the 38 was about to look to the inside of the 5 of Mordog. Mordog threw a bit of a block. Elements goes to the high side, maybe a little too high. He's going to lose that ground. String's going to pull alongside of him.
This is incredibly intense, and Dohar diving underneath Ski to take over 2nd. Can he pull it off? Ski's got a very strong car, but Dohar has the inside line. He's going to have that momentum. He's going to take over 2nd.
A little bit of a high entry there, pushes up a little bit, but he's going to clear Skibowski. Now he has the unenviable job of trying to run down Garbage. They're 3 wide behind him for 3rd.
This is absolutely incredible racing. Dohar, he's got to put some moves on to catch Wow, That's Garbage, who is currently our leader. It's going to be very tight.
The 9 and the 5 were rubbing against each other right now, trying to take real estate. The 17 puts the 8 in the wall. They're bouncing off of each other, but they're still going.
They are still going. TomTom loses a position or 2 from that, but he's still going out here. Dohar in 2nd. We have Garbage in 1st. We have the 43 of Ski in third. We have Element. Looks like he is in fourth at the moment. 2 to go at the line once we hit it, and it is going to be very, very intense.
I think it's going to take a lot of work for them to be able to run down that 6 car, but that gap's closing a little bit, but only 1 3/4 laps to get it done now.
Yeah, can they do it? Garbage has such a huge, strong car out there. A nice little lead from him. I see a car going off the track back there.
Ooh.
I don't see a caution coming out from it, but the 43 is making a move for second. He's got a huge run going on there. He's getting pushed from behind. Oh!
We
J-Mac,
have a yellow in the back.
I think we have a yellow.
There was a wreck on the backstretch. And that was about to get really interesting there off the corner. The 43 got a heck of a run on the 88. He made the move. Dohar blocked him. The 43 decided to keep on pushing it through. And then they were all just sliding up the track, and the 38 of Element was on their inside, about to make a great move for a second. Not sure if he was able to complete it before that yellow flag came out. But this is about to be a crazy finish here, Frozen.
This is about to be so crazy. It's going to be extremely close for this final shootout here. Man, I can't wait to see what happens, but I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous. This is overtime,
Just hope it goes
guys.
green and that nothing goofy happens.
We're going to see. We're on board with the 17. They are not letting me get in with the leaders, and it is driving me crazy.
Not sure if there was some strategy play, but the 38 lost a ton of ground on that pit cycle.
All right, we are on board with Dohar, who is directly behind. Wow, that's Garbage. These guys had a fantastic start.
he's there.
Garbage booting Dohar out of the way. That was pretty close there.
That was an aggressive block. The 88 had position. The 6 was not going to let him keep position, but now the 88 seemed to be a little better set up for 3 than the 6 was. There's 3. Well, they're not 3 wide yet. Fluffy made it look that way.
This is the final lap, and look at how crazy these guys are getting.
Next flag
we
ends
have
it.
Garbage underneath. We have Dohar directly behind him. There's going to be a lot of switching for every position.
Garbage
11
gets
goes
really
through the
loose on
center.
bottom.
Garbage
The
gets
88 trying to
loose.
block everybody.
This is insane.
He's
We
trying
have
to block
more
4
dog on the
lanes.
outside.
The 11, the
4
22.
wide for the lead, guys. 4 wide for the lead. More dog on the
More
outside.
dog,
He's got the
and
lead.
Up high, Fluffy on the bottom.
Dohar. I'm not even going to be able to see if we switch cameras. It is over. Justin, you're going to have to help us
Got
out.
him at the line.
This is
The 5 to
insane.
22.
That had to be the craziest finish I have ever seen. Justin,
was
can you let us know
insane.
who won? Who won? Was it Mordog?
Woo.
We're gonna have to get a count on that, but man,
It
4
looks-
wide for the lead. Mordog, Tedeschi, and Probos.
5 wide.
The
Going into 3.
top 3 here, and we have
Oh.
Element 0. He takes home 4th. That was probably the
pretty good
craziest
AKA
race.
debut for him. That was just insane.
What
I
in
mean,
the world?
they
That's
came
crazy.
they came off of 2, and they all had a massive run. Somehow, like 3 lanes had a massive run. The 88 and the 6 ran each other so hard. The 6 got loose and lost all of his momentum, and I guess, I don't know, but the 88 just had an anchor out down the straightaway, and everybody had a run, and he just tried to block whatever line he could, and they all started bouncing off of each other. And from there it was on. Everyone was just trying to hold on to their spot. The 11 was down on the bottom. He was getting pushed down by whoever it was up on top of him. I can't even remember now. But they were all just leaning on each other going into that corner, and somehow Mordog right up against the wall in that Kyle Larson line, able to stay away from trouble and then out drag race the 22 of Tedeschi, who had such a terrible race, to be honest. Up to his standards, that 22 had been awful all race. He comes out of nowhere to be side by side for the win there at the end.
Yeah, we had Mordog winning, Tedeschi in second, Proboss in third. I don't think I've ever seen a finish this insane. This is one for the books, I gotta tell you guys. Mordog, congratulations on the win. What in the world? Take me through how your finish was.
Well, I was getting ramsacked to the back because the way the strategy was before that last caution with 2 to go. I kind of had older tires than everyone. So I was like, well, I'm going to take 4 tires and set caution in the wind. I restarted 15th, and I don't know. Everyone just kind of kept like this funneling high. And in that last turn, I got hammered, and I just stayed full throttle and didn't hit the wall and just kept going. I don't know how it happened, to be honest.
That is absolutely insane. And honestly, the cameras are so hard to get to who I want with this many people. So I wasn't able to get to you in time to even watch you guys finish. We had to get someone to tell us who actually won for that. You guys were so many wide and so many deep. It was pretty insane. But what a way to come back for this season and get your win here at Auto Club. An amazing race out there. We saw you up front. And man, you made your way out there and grabbed yourself a win for the season opener here. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy. That was nuts. I'm not gonna lie.
What was the biggest challenge out here with this many people trying to make your way up to the front?
You lose your energy at all. You're losing 4 or 5 spots, and then you try to get back in line, and then someone will dive down, past you because you aren't up to full speed. It's super hard to kind of stay with the draft because his leaders, like I know, like Tom when he leads, are like garbage. Like they're running at such a pace. Like if you lose the draft race split second, you're done. Like there's no catching back up. So it's like super difficult. You kind of have to just stay in line and pray to God that your line can hold on to them as long, and then kind of let the tires play out as they may. But it's super difficult. The draft is so extreme, and there's so many cars, and everyone's switching lines and everything like that. It's really hard to stay in that front draft.
I would imagine that is a ton of guys, and man, oh man, what a huge run to the win there. That absolutely incredible. But great job to you tonight. That's going to carry a lot of momentum going over into the next races here. So great job. Congratulations, Mordog.
Thank you.
All right, J-Mac, you want to bring in Tedeschi. We talked a lot about him tonight, so go ahead and give him his interview.
Yeah, we've got second place Tedeschi here. Mired midway in the middle of the pack for a lot of the race. Really surprised us, but you're able to find your way to the end, up the field to the end there to be battling for the win. What were you missing there in the middle of the race, and then what did you find, or what just kind of happened there at the end to give you a chance at winning this thing?
So, kind of got involved in a little bit of an accident. In the beginning, our car was basically a glorified cardboard box the entire race. It just didn't have any speed, couldn't go above 200 miles an hour, and then we adjusted the crap out of it to make it as loose as possible, and then at the end just put 4 Goodyear Eagles on it and went for it. Sam made a lot of the holes. There's a lot of people I know really upset in the chat right now, but the big thing is it's kind of the end of the race, and there was just a lot of different things going on. So, I mean, the car was really good. I just think if we wouldn't have that damage, we would have been up there with Fluffy and Mordog and Tyler the whole race. I feel really bad about what happened with Tyler. I got pile driven into that last corner up into Tyler, and it was a crap show from there. So, it was just insanity. Everyone really didn't want to lift, and then people were trying to suicide it in, so.
Well, yeah, you could tell the aggression was up. Y'all were 5 wide, going for the win there. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. But a good job to keep persevering there and to keep the foot in it and come out with a second place finish.
Yeah, it's really what it's all about.
Could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have gone a lot worse. We really didn't get any stage points, which hurt us in the overall end of it. But I mean, just to be able to get a second place finish kind of sets the tone for the season, hopefully.
Absolutely. I feel like there was a lot of switching in those final couple of laps. We saw Garbage lead so much. We saw Dohar up there, Tom, and then the final 3 are people that just came in and just kind of took over those spots for the final couple of laps. That was absolutely insane. And Pro Boss, you had another strong car out there all night. How was it feeling out there?
I had a great car and made a couple of dumb mistakes on pit road again. But I'll tell you one thing that saved us was the pit strategy. Anybody who took tires that last stop, we were the first 3 cars that took tires, and that's how we were able to run over the guys who did not. So that was a crew chief win.
Lord have mercy.
That was one for, not the driver, but that was definitely a crew chief win right there. If you made the call to get tires, well, 1, 2, 3.
There you go. You heard it from him. But solid run tonight, and you came home top 3. So great momentum moving into the next race. But I'm excited for the season, you guys. We're back, season opener, and what a crazy, amazing race. I mean, that finish was absolutely incredible. It's something to go back and watch if you're just tuning in. I do also want to give a congratulations to our sweatshirt winner for the AKA sweatshirt, Rowdy D, and the t-shirt winner of Fat Piggly. Just make sure you message me your size and your address. And that is thanks to AKA Pro Boss. This guy is out there with those t-shirt and sweatshirt. He will be sending them off to you, so a huge thank you to you for that, Pro Boss.
No, you're very welcome. Glad to do it. Really, really glad to be back. This is exciting.
Absolutely.
I claim this is one of the best custom setup leagues out there, and we aim not to disappoint.
You heard it there. Next week we will be back, same time, same day, 8:45 p.m. Eastern time. Let's go ahead and bring out the field once again. Next week we are headed to Kansas. It is going to be an incredible race, and I'm super pumped to see what these guys can do. 32 cars out there. We'll see how many cars take the field next week, but until then, you guys take it easy. I appreciate all you guys tuning in tonight. We had quite a few people out there. And J-Mac, it was awesome being out there in the booth with you once again.
It was a lot of fun watching this race. Kind of glad I wasn't a part of it there, because I don't know how I'd be feeling at the end of it. But had a lot of fun to watch these guys race real hard, race really clean there for a first couple of stages, and then once the elbows got out, that was actually a lot of fun to watch too. So glad to be back in the booth.
So true. And like I said, you guys are amazing. Thank you for all the follows. Congratulations to those winners for the t-shirt and sweatshirt. You guys are awesome. It's great to be back. Make sure you tune in next week at Kansas, because if you saw this here at Auto Club, it's going to be another great one at Kansas next week. Take it easy, guys.